is office. This is training center, ground floor. On top of ground floor is the playground, not the playground. The first floor.
Will the rest tell us?
Yeah. This is some about the for.
Between 500 to 600 students. The land area is approximately 5,773 square meters, and the construction area is approximately 6,247 square meters. The construction includes teaching and teaching auxiliary rooms, office space, living quarters, a photovoltaic power generation system, a 4,000-gallon water tank, a campus broadcasting system, a perimeter wall, a parking lot, and outdoor activity areas, including supporting furniture and equipment. The main functional rooms include 18 ordinary classrooms, 2 computer classrooms, 1 computer preparation room, 1 office for humanistic care, 1 library, 1 special classroom, 1 biochemistry laboratory, 1 experimental preparation room, 1 physics science laboratory, 1 technical drawing classroom, 1 multi-purpose hall, 1 ancillary room for the multi-purpose hall, 2 offices for the principal and vice principal, 3 infirmaries, 2 teacher offices, 1 staff lounge, 1 construction technology classroom, 1 domestic training classroom, 1 refrigeration and air conditioning classroom, 1 consultation and counseling room, 1 duty room, 1 fashion design classroom, 1 drama arts classroom, 1 performing arts classroom, 1 dining hall, 1 preparation room, 1 cooking classroom, 1 water pump room. The total number of these rooms is 50.
Thank you, everyone, for being here. Let me recognize the Minister and the Parliament Secretary, and of course the contractors, CCEC, and of course the media present. We're here on a visit to the Goodwill Secondary School, the construction site. As you would see, work is progressing very, very well and very satisfactorily. This is a huge structure that has taken into consideration a number of very crucial elements, the classroom sizes, the various labs, library, and of course the computer room, IT room. Also, physical education is crucial, and the space didn't allow for the usual type facility, but certainly the design has taken that into consideration, and we have created enough space for all of the necessary sports, basketball, netball, volleyball, to take place on the first floor. And of course, the students will have, for other sports, the presence of the Pondersville playing field. You will have seen a mock room. One of the classrooms would have been completed to give you a sense of what the classrooms will look like, obviously unfurnished. The school will come fully equipped and fully furnished once construction is over. And of course, we'll look forward to the completion of the school. This is one of the 6 schools that are under construction. We have in the T-Bow Primary School, the Bellevue Chopin Primary School, Sinico Primary, we have the Tetmon Primary, and then we have the Calibishi Primary. All of the structures have been completed. Internal works are taking place at the various schools. You can see tiling, painting, all of the electricals are in place, all of the plumbing is in place. It's a matter of just putting the fixtures. So things are looking up positively for the Ministry of Education and very importantly for the students attending the schools. The schools have taken the design and the engineering, have taken into consideration our vision to build a resilient nation. And so we ensure that this school can survive any catastrophic impact, any disaster impact. And of course, students can continue with school immediately after a natural disaster. We'll have water tanks in there, a standby generator. So it's an exciting time for the Goodwill community and of course an educational whole. Having a conducive place for learning is priority number one for the government and the Ministry of Education. And this is why we have continuously made efforts to improve the physical structures, the learning centers across Dominica. Ensure that all our students can go to a class and school that is conducive to learning, that is comfortable, that has taken into consideration the temperature in the rooms, etc., etc. And so I want to thank the government of China for this gift of 6 schools, 5 primary and 1 secondary. And of course, one can appreciate the amount of money that the government of China is saving us, because otherwise we would have had to find the monies ourselves. And more than likely would have had to take a loan from an international financial institution to build those schools. So they're really saving us over $100 million of debt, and monies that we can now use in other areas of the economy, other areas of social development, so that we can be further than how we would have otherwise been if we were to rely only on ourselves to do these things. So I'm very happy that we're here. On a side note, the State College will continue in our repairs at the State College. The auditorium is next in line, and that will be done during the summer holidays, so that when students return to school in September, they'll have an improved center for learning. But no doubt we have prioritized education from way back when we came to government. We introduced universal access to secondary education. We created the Dominica State College. We revolutionized early childhood education by setting up standards and training more teachers than ever before. The government, through the Ministry of Education, we're now paying the salaries, or we have taken over the majority of preschools in Dominica, and we're now paying the salaries of preschool teachers across Dominica. And those schools that are private, we still provide a grant to them so that to ensure that the students who come to them, who otherwise may not be able to cover the fees, that the government will defray some of the fees for students who can't afford. So every single child, from early childhood education to university, has the hope of going from one level to another. And we've seen the dramatic number of students, of young Dominicans who have had access to university, first degree, second degree, and PhDs, all facilitated by a direct government policy. There are a number of initiatives. Of course, today is not the time, but the ministry will speak to that some other time, that the ministry is taken on board and implementing things that sometimes we don't speak enough of. But there's an untold story of the dramatic impact of technical vocational education by the Ministry of Education. There's so many things our students are doing with their hands. And I think that needs to be even harnessed more and showcased more, so that Dominicans can appreciate that there are a number of our young people at schools who have a natural talent, a natural skill. And the Ministry of Education is giving them the opportunity to harness those skills, to expose those skills. And in students where it is hidden, through the TVET program, we are extracting that ability, that natural talent from students. But I'm very, very happy that the progress in the Goodwill Secondary School is going on very well. I want to thank the contractors, They have been very responsive. They have been very engaging, and there's a joint team with the Ministry of Education and the contractors, and of course we have people specifically assigned to the schools and to coordinate and to collaborate with the contractors and the Chinese government as a whole. And I want to thank them. I want to thank the Minister of Education for her genuine and keen interest in these projects and her oversight, political and ministerial oversight for these projects. And I want to commend her for that. Also the Permanent Secretary and all of the persons in the Ministry of Education, Mr. Kirby Samuel, who have been engaged to assist us in this, and all of them do a very good job in ensuring that these projects go on apace. And I must say that so far we are satisfied with the progress. Some of these locations have been very challenging for the contractors in Sinico and in Tetmon. Difficult to get into those areas, but they have improvised. They have made some changes in the strategy and the plan, and they have been able to successfully execute the construction of the schools. And for those of us who have been to those schools, know that we have a school to last us for a very, very long time. Just final point, that the government is not going to end with these 6 schools. We're already looking at a complete transformation of the physical structures. As you know, some of the schools have been around for some time. Structurally, they're still sound, but we need to enhance their comfort. And a lot of the schools will be tiled, properly repainted, new windows. So there's going to be launched a major program of transformation and renewal of the school plans across Dominica, similar to how we have done in the health sector, where we have already transformed the health facilities across Dominica from primary to tertiary level in Dominica. So we're continuing that apace with the education, so that every school will be at the same level in terms of conduciveness. So I want to thank everyone again, Minister and our PALSEC, Honorable Wenham Shepherd, and the contractors, CCEC, and of course the government of the People's Republic of China. I sort of missed the ambassador today. I'm not sure, maybe he wasn't informed. But I'm happy to be here to see firsthand the progress, and of course we look forward to the completion, and students can move in, and parents can be happy, and teachers can be more comfortable. Just to say, as you know, that this school will also form part of our efforts towards technical vocational education. With all of the investments the government has been making and continues to make, you're going to need a lot of skills in the country. And while we have provided tuition and scholarships and grants and bursaries to thousands of young Dominicans to go out to university to do mainly academic pursuits, which is fine. But now we have to in a clinical way redirect our resources to technical vocational skills, because we're going to need a lot of people to run the airport. We still need a lot of people to properly run the hospital in terms of technical skills. Yes, we have more doctors than we need. Yes, we have more of this than we need, but in terms of technical skills, we need this. We're going to need technical people to be able to run the marina and the cable car and the many hotels that we have. We need some technical skills. And so we'll be focusing on those type of skills in carpentry, in masonry, electricity, plumbing. You know, we have to come to a point where we have too many of those people who are trained, and not be in a situation where we don't have enough people who are trained. And we, of course, while we maintain our very strong commitment to agriculture, we have to recognize that tourism is making strides in Dominica. And from what I'm hearing from the operators, the bus drivers, the tour guides, the vendors, and those who provide services to the tourists, they're saying to me that this tourist year was very, very, very good to them. And when somebody in the tourism business can tell you it was good, you know it was good. Because usually they tell you things bad, but that season was the worst, but that's why that thing was bad. But when guys are admitting to you that it was good, and in some cases they're even volunteering that information to you, then you can know fellows did well. And so we look forward to a multiplication of that, a doubling of their profits, a doubling of their business. And we need to ensure that we continue to work together towards achieving those things and so forth. So there are a lot of things that are happening that will certainly help transform the country and create more jobs. So thank you very much for being here. I'll pass on to the Minister of Education.
I want to thank the Prime Minister. I want to acknowledge his presence and my PALSEC and my peers and all the other people who are here, the contractors and Mr. Samuel. This afternoon is an opportunity for us because we have been working very closely with the contractor. So the contractor is in our office at 7:30 almost every Monday. And we say every stage we need to see what's going on. So one of the main objectives of being here this afternoon was to actually look at what a classroom would look like and to look at some of the materials that we are using. As you would know, some of these schools, they are located close to the sea, so it's important for us what kind of material we use. And we spent a long time going through catalogs and looking at samples, and it's like, before we move on, let us see what it will look like. We will come back again when we do the washrooms to see the quality, because they want to give us top quality. They want us to know that they are giving us top quality. So they make the effort to invite us to test it and watch it ourselves. So I'm sure we will return to look at what's going to be in the kitchen and how the washroom is going to be. I think that is important because we cannot just speak resilience, we have to show it. And this is a building that will encourage resilience and innovation in people. We are happy that we're making good progress. We are satisfied with the quality of the work so far. We are satisfied with the relationship. We are grateful to the People's Republic of China for investing in our human resource. When people invest in education, they invest in your human resource. When people invest in your human resource, you know that they're very interested in what's going on with you. I'm very excited about what will happen in this building. It will be everybody going back to school, no matter your age or your stage. It will be building the spirit of nationhood, not just building your country with all your heart, but with your hands. When we talk about resilience, we also talk about plumbers who will build to last. We talk about people who will be there, and we can say right after the hurricane, the internet and the geothermal was still running. And that is what we're interested in. And a number of people are looking forward to what will be going on here. And even before we start here, I'm already thinking, boy, maybe we're going to need 2 satellite classrooms so that the people from 24 miles away from Roosevelt who cannot come here for a 7 o'clock class, maybe they'll be able to go to a secondary school in their community and follow the class. So it's as you building, more ideas come in, and I hope the Prime Minister will be around for a long time because he's very excited about education too. All you have to do is just say it and he'll find a way to let it work, and I'm very happy for that. And I just want to continue to extend gratitude to the People's Republic of China for your friendship and for your work and for your interest in our people. And we look forward to how that will build to prepare our people to serve in some of the national projects that we are undertaking now, that we will not have to be thinking of where the people will come from, but our own people will be able to serve their own country, not with just their hearts, but with their hands.
The timeline for the completion of the project?
Yeah, all of the projects are supposed to be completed by November, by the end of November this year, and if everything goes well, we are hoping that this will hold. In some cases, we are a little in advance of the timeline, so we look forward.
What message would you like to send to the students who are anticipating the reopening of this building?
The students who are anticipating the reopening, not just students, but everybody who is looking forward, what we are saying is make the best of where you are now in preparation for where that will offer you to be. It's not just about the students who are looking back to being here, it's about everybody. It's about people who are already working in skills, but they're not certified. We hope they'll get the opportunity to attend like a crash program and be certified, because now, no matter how well you can perform in a skill, you have to have a certificate to show that you have mastered certain competencies in that skill. So it's not just about the students who will be here, but it's about the adults who need to get certified. It's about people who can change their passion into a profession. It's about people who can use their hobby to make a money or save a money. It's about all of us in building Dominica. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.